I have had the joy of knowing Andrew and Jessica as a couple from the beginning, and I could not be happier that they found one another and are getting married today. Do you, Jessica, take Andrew to be your wedded husband, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him all the days of your life?
I do.
Do you, Andrew, take Jessica to be your wedded wife, to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her all the days of your life?
I do. Wow. You look stunning. I love this dress.
Mwah.
Oh, I know I won't. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good.
Yeah.
It's only starting to hit me that we're getting married today.
Yeah?
This whole time I was like walking around and I couldn't tell.
We met in the Union League parking garage off Broadway in Philly on a fall evening in October. That night at the Flyers game, I pretended to be interested in NHL hockey, and you pretended to not be interested in me. I knew one of us was lying after hearing from you by 7:30 the next morning. Our first kiss was not long after. While our friends were all partaking in drunken celebrations after passing the bar exam, I won't name names, we were stealing a moment recreating that scene from Ghost while making late-night pancakes to Unchained Melody. In that moment, I thought, I want to see more of this guy.
So I've decided I want to tell you all a little story. And I've told this story a million times, Jess has heard it a million times, but she really doesn't know why it's so special to me. And the reason it's so special is because this story deals with the first time I knew I was falling in love with you. Now, I'm gonna need you all to kind of close your eyes a little bit. Gotta go back in time with me to a wonderful place called Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Some of you may be from there. And this is October 17th of 2014. Now, keep in mind, this is only 3 days after I'd met Jessica. And October 17th, as Jess had mentioned, was very special to Greg and myself and many others that are in the room today because we had found out we passed the Pennsylvania bar exam. So obviously we had to go out and celebrate. And as the night grew late and the bar started to close, we all went back to our wonderful apartment. And as some of you in the room may know, Greg and I really didn't have any food in our house. Jessica and I were in the kitchen and we found the one thing we could make, and that was pancakes. And we're sitting there and we're starting to put this pancake mix together. And me, being the romantic that I am, decided to put on some music. So the song that I chose to put on was Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Now, I didn't just put on Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. I put on the YouTube video of the scene from Ghost, starring Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. Now, as some of you may know, there is a very sensual scene where they are at a clay wheel, making a little clay vase. And I'm gonna move here. I stood behind Jess as we were making that pancake mix. And it was playing, and I started violently moving the forks, and it's going all over the place. And at that exact moment, I heard Jess laugh. Now, not a fake laugh, a real laugh. And when I heard that, I felt that feeling in my heart that so many of you know, where you realize you're really starting to fall in love with somebody. And this was 4 years ago. And the funny thing is, I've only grown more and more in love with you each and every day.
Jessica and I have basically been inseparable our whole lives. We've had the typical big sister, little sister relationship. She tells me what to do, and I listen. Something Andrew and I have had in common for a few years now. But more than that, Jessica has always been the most imaginative big sister. I think she's been scheduling itineraries through Google Doc ever since she learned how to read and write, which meant from morning until night, my childhood memories with her are incredibly full. Jessica has always gone above and beyond, using her innovative mind to exceed expectations. She's grown to be the smartest, most beautiful person I know. And I don't just say that because we're sisters and everyone says we look like twins.
Coming down, I've been waiting for so long for a heartbeat to call home.
I'm very proud to say that Jessica is my daughter. You can understand why I say that, looking at this beautiful, intelligent, accomplished young lady who is a medical physicist, is doing something really impressive with her life, diagnose and treat diseases. I'm very proud of her for that. And I knew she was especially interested in physics when she told me very excitedly once, "Hey Dad, I just read this book on anti-gravity. I couldn't put it down." That's a typical dad joke, or a typical bad joke, either.
Her cleverness and determination took her from Davis to UC Berkeley all the way to grad school at the University of Pennsylvania. I think it's safe to say that Jessica has continuously set the bar extremely high. Then in 2014, along came Andrew.
I've been waiting for so long for a heartbeat to call home. We are the moonlight.
I first heard about Andrew after he and Jessica had been casually dating for a few weeks. Jessica was smitten with Andrew from day one.
I immediately knew that this was a very serious relationship. And to explain why, I need Andrew to stand up for a moment. People say that daughters often marry their fathers. And that's borne out by a comparison of this finely chiseled Adonis of a man with this one. The same youthful, handsome, good looks, even the same hairstyle, give or take the odd curl. Basically, the resemblance is uncanny. We could be clones.
Soon after that, I knew Andrew was the one for Jessica when they planned his first trip out to California. He probably thought his time in California would be spent relaxing on beaches, traveling through wine country. Little did he know, Jessica had planned out a rigorous itinerary, through Google Doc of course, that did involve beaches and wine country, but on a strict 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. schedule. But when I saw Andrew happily ready to go every morning promptly at 8 a.m., I knew Jessica had found her perfect match for life's adventures.
Jess, in the few years that I've known you, I feel like every time we'd call to check in on you guys, see how you were doing, we'd talk to Andrew, and half the time you'd be working late, working on your doctorate, right? Blood, sweat, and tears for you there, and you've been doing a great job, and everyone's very proud of you, and I think I speak on behalf of the Essler family when we are incredibly excited to have you as a part of our family. And Andrew, he worked very hard for all the things that he's earned, studied and passed for the bar twice, and now you have your job 3 times. 3 bars, Pennsylvania, right? Yeah, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, right? California, right? The most important thing that you guys have earned and that you've built together came so easy to you, and that's the love that you two share.
Very proud of her marriage to Andrew, fine young man. When a couple of years ago he asked me for permission to ask Jessica to marry him, I was really delighted. They're an ideal couple. It was a fantastic ceremony today. And so I'm very privileged to welcome Andrew into our family as my son-in-law.
When I think about what makes you two so great as a couple, two important qualities come to mind that will provide a great foundation for your marriage going forward. First, you are both incredibly loyal. Many of us here have experienced your loyalty as friends and family as you've traveled countless miles to be a part of important milestones in our own lives. More than that, you are each other's best friends, and I hope you continue to be. Part of being loyal is supporting your spouse in good times and bad. So let me encourage you. When one of you succeeds, however big or small, celebrate that success. Let each other know how proud you are of each other's accomplishments. On the flip side, when life gets hard and one of you is struggling, take time to remind each other that you are not alone, but will face these challenges together as a team. The second quality of seen your relationship is sacrifice. I've watched both of you sacrifice your wishes in some way to get to where you are today. This will be a great asset to your marriage, as there will be many opportunities to put either your own priorities or your spouse's priorities first. Sacrificing your wishes for one another can be difficult, but keep this in mind. The love you have for one another is not merely an emotion or a passing feeling. The love you are expressing today is a decision and a commitment to be there for the other. So when you make a sacrifice in your marriage, you're sacrificing not only for the sake of the other, but also for the unity of your relationship. Andrew, this means that you might occasionally have to take a vacation that doesn't involve Mickey Mouse. And Jess, this also means that you might actually have to visit the happiest place on earth. Take a look at all these friends and family who came to witness your marriage today. These loved ones came from near and far because they love you and care about you. So I hope you leave today knowing this fact, that you guys are dearly loved, have the support of many, and do not embark on this journey as a married couple alone, but instead with a host of individuals cheering you on.
I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to everyone that's come here. I know everyone has traveled here, taken off time from work to be here tonight, although I don't feel too bad for you guys because we are in wine country.
I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
A lot of people came from a lot of different places. We have folks from Australia, folks from Scotland, we got Senegal, Turkey, and England. And I think that just goes to show that Andrew and Jess make friends anywhere they go.
You're all obviously very special to Jessica and Andrew. Cheers to all of you, and thanks again for coming.
I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
About 2 years ago, I think it was, Jessica and Andrew were faced with a very enviable but very difficult decision. When Jessica was offered the opportunity of taking her medical physics board and practicing either at UPenn in Philadelphia or at UCSF in San Francisco, Jessica felt that San Francisco was a better career option, but that required making a career sacrifice for Andrew. And I think it's to Andrew's really incredible credit that he was willing to make that sacrifice because he cared so much about Jessica. It's something that I think really demands a lot of respect, and certainly he gets that from his now father-in-law.
I wanna
Together, I've seen you two take down every unexpected thing that life has thrown your way, and I have all the confidence in the world that you will take on the rest of your life as husband and wife with the same patience, understanding, and compassion as you have all along.
And I think that level of mutual support and teamwork can give us confidence that they'll be able to deal with any obstacles that life throws in their way in the future.
After a few months of spending more time together, you did something I'll never forget. I was in England visiting my family. You sent flowers, but they weren't for me. You instead sent them to another lady, my beautiful grandmother, before she went into surgery. In that moment, I saw how much you cared not only about me, but about those important to me, and I thought, I think I love this guy. Fast forward a few years of this wonderful and crazy life we've built together, and here we are. As most of you know, this past year has come with its challenges, including multiple moves, stressful exams, and new jobs. Somehow you're the only person on this planet who made it not only tolerable, but fun. You danced with me in the living room, surrounded by moving boxes. You kept me laughing with all your ideas on keeping potential buyers away from our apartment. And ultimately, when we did move again, you stayed up late every night for a week fixing my IKEA mistakes so that I woke up in the morning to a beautifully furnished apartment.
Don't sit on anything in our apartment.
If nothing else, this year has taught me one very important thing, and it's that home isn't a location. Regardless of which coast, state, or street we reside in, home is where I wake up next to you. Andrew, my vows to you are simple. I promise to love and support you in both good times and bad. I promise to encourage you to be the best version of yourself because I know you're capable of accomplishing anything you set your mind to. You amaze me every day. I love you so much, and I am so excited to continue building our home and our life together.
I'm not just excited today to be marrying my fiance or my best friend or the love of my life. I'm excited, this is gonna sound so corny, my teammate in life, and the one person who no matter what has been with me through the thick and the thin of life. And this last year, we've really been in the thick of it. I mean, moving out to California, I didn't have a job, had to take the California bar exam. You started a new job, you had to take your boards. We've dealt with crazy landlords. We've moved 3 times in 10 months. We've been in 3 separate apartments. We've dealt with hordes of homeless people. You know, I put together more IKEA furniture than anybody ever should in their life. If I see one more wooden peg, I'm going to lose my mind. But no matter what, through the entire thing, we always had each other's backs. Whenever one of us was feeling down, the other would pull us up. And I really can't express in words how excited I am to watch our love continue to grow and blossom as husband and wife. That feeling that I felt 4 years ago has just grown stronger and stronger every day, and it continues to grow stronger and stronger. And Jessica, you're the love of my life, and I can't wait to take a step forward with our lives together.
When you have an incredible relationship in your life as you two do, your days are filled with so much laughter and love. But of course, love is more than the good times. And to me, the true strength of any relationship is your partner's character through those unforeseen times that can break you down to the core. Like moving your life 3,000 miles away, going through 3 apartments in less than a year, studying and passing board exams and bar exams. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on, and never letting go.